So when I was in 10th grade, I always had the suspicion that teachers in classrooms had cameras inside their rooms. I had that suspicion since middle school. I don't know why I thought that way, I just did. And one time in 10th grade, I finally proved something. So here I was, last period of the school, 10th grade history class. There was a teacher who just started in that school. She was like maybe a year or two in. And she was like 25, she wasn't old, and she always like trying to talk to us, trying to conversate, trying to be cool with us, you know? So, she always had this box. It said, ask me or talk to me about anything box. And you just like write a note, you put it in the box, she like reads it at the end of the day, you put your name on it, and then she hands it to you like with a paper or something, it doesn't matter. So the reason why this box is very important, because the box was like sticked onto the wall next to the door. This is the door, this was the wall. And in the door, there was a little window that you can peek inside of and see what's going on inside that room, but it wasn't too big. Outside that door was a camera. They always had a camera outside of all the classrooms. They always had a camera. So I knew that, okay, there's a camera out there, but is there a camera inside? So I waited till Halloween came, boom, Halloween came, and we get to cover up the little window because we're decorating the whole door. Once the whole door was decorated, the window was covered up, I moved in silence. So in schools, they're supposed to take self-harming very seriously. And I was like 16, 15, I wasn't the brightest. What I did was I wrote a note saying that I was going to harm myself, and the only way they can find me is to see who I am. I did it in a completely different handwriting. I did it on a random piece of paper that I ripped out of my book, and I didn't put my name. Nobody sees me put it inside the box. I pretend I'm sharpening my pencil, sharpening it, and then boom, I slip it into the box, right? No one can see me outside the window. Nobody can see me inside the classroom. I'm good. The teacher goes and grabs the box at the end of the school all the time, around like 10 minutes before the bell rings. She goes and gets it, she reads it with her substitute teacher, and they're just reading everything, and then they finally get to my note. And the reason I know that is because I see her showing the other teacher with like, and they call, and I'm like, all right, bet, let's see. Because the only way they know it's me is if they have a camera in that room and they see me put it in. That's the only reason. So then I go up to her, we're pretty cool, we're pretty chill. And then, like, I see the paper, I'm like, oh, snap, what is that? She's like, I don't know, blah, blah. I'm not really supposed to be talking about it, but it's very serious. Now I gotta go to the principal, now I gotta go to the officers. I'm like, oh, snap. If I get caught, I'm done for. But I can prove that there's cameras inside the room. The bell rings, I go out, I follow the teacher, but I don't show that I'm following her. She goes to the principal, he was standing outside of the hallways. He talks to her about it, shows her the note. She said, okay, let's go to the office. I kind of wait around the office, I'm staying after school, so it doesn't really matter. And they go to the officers and everything. And then the next day, I go to the teacher, I'm like, oh, did you ever find out what happened to that kid? What's wrong with the kid? Boom, she said, no. We restricted cameras outside of the door, but the window was covered, so they like took down the Halloween stuff, so that's my fault. And that just proves that there was no camera. It was probably pretty stupid of me to do. It wasn't funny at all, but like, hey, I was like 15, 16, give me some mercy. And yeah, there is no cameras inside those classrooms. So middle school and pretty much 9th grade and 10th grade, my mind can rest. And I know that there's no cameras in classrooms at all. Probably in my school. You should do it in your school. Don't do what I did, but like check, in a way.